Si James Sylvestre hushi 67 sagaye Jewish ni yanja. Born 1955, March 9. Back then, when I was, they told me, my late dad and mom told me that they brought me back home on a dog team. No vehicles, there was no road, like a highway. And nizo ya, hindora ani ya, himbikert you, hinchodani. And nizo chala causes from banasni ni balyana zedini. I did enjoy it. Then hockey and like soccer and rubber ball. I done it and this is a good idea, but that's an idea. See drugs who landed back then. In the olden days it was nice. People used to laugh, people used to gather. Elders used to sit together, get together, and they sit in a circle and they used to tell jokes. Used to laugh. As kids, we listen in the back. But today, our travel is too fast. Everything is fast. They tell us that, the elders tell us that we have a short life. So we have to be careful out there, like, do the best you can in life. Couldn't wake another day, but I bet Azar Shao yas idu the red lineage. As a young man, when I went out of residential school, you know, I was a drunk, I was a drug addict, and my parents knew about that. And they told me that, you know, my dad would always talk to me to sober up. So one day, after they passed on, and finally I had to do something about my life. When my daughter Marissa was born, I had to do something. You know, ever since then, my life has been a lot better than the way it used to be. Mostly, I do pray. My late dad has always told me you have to pray, son. There's a creator out there. Talk to him, pray to him. Ceremonies canaster like pipe pipe drills it's an annotations so this pipe ceremony that's no. I have a pipe, they call it a peace pipe, they call it. It's that long. An elder told me, I think you need a pipe. Do you need a pipe? But I told him I would like to have that pipe, that peace pipe. He said, I got one here for you, he said. It's been sitting here. I'll give it to you. I know you need it. So that elder gave me that pipe, and that elder passed on. And I used that pipe when they asked me to do a pipe ceremony, like. And one time they brought in a lady at a sweat lodge because she couldn't walk. She had a tough time to walk. But when I was praying for her, she walked out of there. Sometimes I see her dancing. So I'm not a special healer, but I do pray. I do pray. Residential school either, but with the residential school children now, they're finding the Roman Catholic Church. Sometimes when you talk about this, it's very, very hard. You know, they say they can make an apology, like saying, I'm sorry for what happened at the residential school. Sure, they can say that, but what had happened at the residential school with us survivors, that pain that we went through back then, will always be with us, even though they're making an apology. That's my thinking. Because every time I go past that Boval, I'll always remember what had happened at the residential school. Nuchala Niesa, but Azin like even like a sweat lodge kuli but Azan Hilianona. Say Sisan Jazin, doing yasin naril delaja, it's really coming back. A residential school neither, but as soon as Nalzekuli had do it in Hadunastraneza. Because of me going to the residential school, I didn't go hunting very much with my uncles like with my dad. Maybe at one time, maybe 2 times, I went with my dad out in the bush. So I had to learn. They need day table they need helder. They need day, they need yana, but then I think very, it's a good feeling to shoot an animal, but do it with respect. When I was a young man, my uncle, we were hunting, and when he shot that moose, took his tobacco and he rolled it, and he lit it up and then he smoked. So that's when I found out that this is how they give thanks to the Creator when they shoot an animal like a moose. Take your tobacco, go in the bush, say a little prayer, give thanks to the Creator, and put that back to the Mother Earth. We all have to learn from one another. So don't abuse your smokes. Try to use it in a good way, the very sacred way. Ansna the Begassoritli, Nalti undide Baba Sigaza the cleaning Konu to Baba Tashiu and Nizi, to whom everything. As in Nia, the choristry, says Kenny at Ashiliu, the need yesterday, just honto, says Kenny Shilly, Sinia, Anazarasa, Sinia.